Ack is officially out of here. And to be honest, I'm happy to see it. And I'm happy to see it for a couple of reasons. One, I'm happy to see it because Ack is a terrible fucking person. And Ack has been a terrible person for a very long time. And Ack stood on this shit. Like, Ack doubled down on his bullshit when it came to, like, standing on deplorable shit. Like, every time, like, somebody brought something to him that, like, they tried to check him, Ack would literally tell you that Ack gonna do whatever the fuck Ack wanna do and just go with that shit. And I feel like this is that catching up with him. And I'm happy to see it for that reason. I'm also happy to see it because us as a culture has spoke. We have spoken as people. We know that that shit was wrong. And to be honest, for him to do it, he knew that that shit was wrong. And I'm glad that we as hip hop like connoisseurs and hip hop like people who are just around the culture and not even just hip hop in general, just being good people in general. You don't even have to be associated with hip hop, but for us to see that and know that it's wrong and vocalize that enough to where Twitch took him off of that platform, that says something. That means that we have a voice, and I'm happy to see it. Anytime we band together for what's right and we vocalize that and we stand on it, I'm always happy to see it. And lastly, I'm happy to see it because Act is a vain individual. Because even when they were like first talking about this shit, Ack was trying to defend the shit. Ack was talking about how he's not worried about being canceled because they can't cancel what they didn't create. And when I heard it, I thought that was some bullshit. I thought that like that was some like straight up bullshit. You were talking out the side of your neck because I've seen like, you know what I mean, like within like the last like 3 years, somebody get canceled that thought they were uncancelable. So when I saw it, it was just like, yeah, you talking that shit now until they cancel you. And now he's canceled. Like Twitch took him off of that platform because it's one of those things. It's like the same lesson that Drake has to learn with UMG that look, bro, you are never bigger than the people that put you there. Like there is never a point in your career where you can just do whatever the fuck you want to do, especially when people have helped you get to a certain level. Like you just can't do that. Like it's like you turning your back on the people who put you in that place just to do whatever the fuck you want to do. And in every situation, every scenario, people are going to look at that as disrespect. Like same thing with UMG and Drake. Like UMG views everything that Drake has done is biting the hand that's feeding him or has fed him. And now, he's going through it. You know what I mean? And it's the same thing with Act. Like Act thought like, us, the people who have put him in that fucking place, can't take you off that fucking pedestal. And that was like his downfall. That was the vain thought that like, he couldn't get better. So to be honest, this happening to Act is the best thing that could have fucking happened to Act. Like in general. And that's just being honest. Because I believe that one, if you don't like know doing shit like that is wrong, then you really don't need to be in front of a stream where you can influence other people because one, you don't even know the bullshit that you doing is not tolerated. Like you don't even know the shit that you're doing is wrong. Like you don't know that. So you don't need to be streaming anything. You don't need to be influencing anything. You honestly need to like take time to get your shit together. And I now feel that since he has been canceled, now he has time to work on himself. He has time to work on the aspects of life that he could have worked on, if he would have just stopped and listened to the people who were around him, like trying to give him tips on, not being a deplorable human being. So this is exactly what Act deserves. So I'm happy to see it. So